Wow. Rude. 11. So this year, we started the new year in a very Japanese way. Masa went to Kikuna Shrine to receive a purification and misfortune warding prayer. It's called Yakubarai, and apparently it's something people do at certain unlucky ages, but not their Western age, that are believed to be unlucky. Masa is at one of those ages now, and people had been telling him, you should really go do this. So he finally did. I was just excited to see what the ritual would be like. He registered online ahead of time, and when he signed up, he had to register me as the accompanying person. I didn't really know what to expect. I thought maybe I'd quietly sit in a corner and observe. I already knew cameras and filming weren't allowed during the ceremony, so this was going to be a fully be-in-the-moment experience. When we arrived, Masa checked in, paid a required donation, and they gave him a white robe to wear over his clothes. Then we were guided to a prayer room. There were about 4 other people there, each with a family member or companion, and we sat right behind our person. So I was right behind Masa. The priest performed prayers for everyone there. Then there were these young shrine maidens. I'm not 100% sure what they're officially called, but they wore traditional outfits and they did a short, beautiful dance using leafy branches. Part of the ritual involved each recipient going up to the altar and turning this leafy branch in a specific direction. That's when I started getting nervous. I noticed that the accompanying persons had to follow along with the bowing and clapping sequence. Luckily, Masa was last, so I secretly studied the people before us and memorized the sequence. By the time it was his turn, I was ready. At the end, he received some protective items that he's supposed to keep near the entrance of our home for a year. One funny thing though, the first night, Kuro decided the blessed items were his new toys. It has a tiny bell, straw-like pieces, and crinkly plastic, so basically a cat magnet. He went straight for it, so now we're trying to protect the protective charms from our cat. January flew by for us. We were really lucky because several friends from Canada happened to visit Japan this month. So we got to see a lot of familiar faces and it was so much fun. When you live abroad, seeing friends from home feels extra special and it gave us a nice reminder of both worlds we're part of now. At the same time, we were also busy handling things for our new house. So January became this mix of fun reunions and very adult responsibilities. We've been learning that buying a house in Japan is a process. There are a lot of steps, paperwork, and formalities, and sometimes it feels a little bit old school compared to what I'm used to in Canada. Wow, rude. 11. So you can see it snowed yesterday, so there's still a little bit of snow, but it's... Okay, she's peeing again. I can't film, like she's just peeing and pooping and kicking. So I mentioned in a previous video that it's a little bit different, at least compared to Canada, how you walk your dogs, or at least the cleanup process after they pee and poop. So it's a bit different for every ward, and every city has their own rules. We're in Yokohama, and I think Tokyo is somewhat similar. It's definitely, there is no public garbage, like you can't dispose of your dog's waste in public garbage bins. I think somebody built a snowman. It died. Aww. The kids were out crazy yesterday trying to make snowmans before the snow melted, because it's not like cold, frosty snow. It's a little bit slushy, and it was melting pretty fast, but like the kids were out there. So, in Canada, I'm not sure every province. I've only lived in BC and Alberta, but there is public garbage bins for the parks and stuff, so you can always throw the dog's poop and stuff in public garbage bins, but there is none here, so you have to take your dog's waste home. And as far as peeing, they always do the extra step of spraying water after the dog. I know some people even like try to use paper and pick up some of the pee, and yeah, that's a little bit too much for me, but I will spray water after she pees. I know I'm spraying right now on the dirt, which is like not really important, but if it's like sidewalk, cement, or paved sidewalk, or on any of the poles or posts, then you should water the dog's pee. It's like the Big Ben song. I used to listen to that when I was in elementary in Canada, so it brings back memories. I don't know if it's actually called Big Ben, but that's what we called it. Yeah, and then the dog waste, there's different ways to dispose of it, and there's different kinds of poopy bags as well. From what I've heard from other foreigners is there are poopy bags that have like paper inside. It has paper on the side that you pick up the poopy and then you turn it around, and when you get home you throw the you throw the poop into the toilet and you flush it. That's one way. It's also highly encouraged, even for like diapers and stuff, to try to get a lot of the baby's waste into the toilet as well, and then dispose of the diaper or the non-flushable items. Even as I'm talking about, there's dog poop everywhere here, so you can tell not everyone is really diligent about cleaning up after their dog, but we are, because we know how dangerous it could be, especially for like the younger pups. I've, from personal experience, witnessed there's a baseball glove right there, experience when dogs get like parvo. Yeah, so we actually have a what do you call it, like those baby diaper disposal bins, but they sell it for pets, so that's what we have. In the summer, I'm thinking I might need to carry 2 water bottles, one for cleaning up after her pee, and then one for her, because the summer here is brutal. Although I don't intend to walk her out long in the summer here. Right now, it's technically winter. I mean, it is winter, but it's so nice. I mean, it's a little bit cold right now. I think it's like 5 degrees maybe. The kids are out there with just sweaters or t-shirts. It's like very Canadian. Yeah, so I thought I should just talk about that, about pets and stuff, because I mentioned it in a previous video about, I think it was things I was getting used to in Japan, or things that shocked me about Japan. And I was not really sure about how they disposed of dog waste. I had my suspicions, but now that Eleven is here, I know. This weekend, little update, it is possession date for our new house, so I will be filming that. We're actually not moving in, it's just possession date. We're going to be doing a few renovations because it's somewhat of a traditional house. Sorry, she's peeing a lot, so I gotta keep spraying. It's somewhat of a traditional house, and they had 3 tatami rooms. Since we have a cat and dog, it's not a good idea to have tatami in so many rooms. So the living room, we're going to be changing to a hardwood floor. It's not like real wood, but it's, I don't know. I know it's going to get damaged, and when the pets pass, then we'll probably change it then. But a lot of the house actually does have hardwood floor. And then the master bedroom, we're also going to be changing to a non-tatami flooring. And we've spent a lot of time picking out wallpaper. The flooring wasn't that many options as far as the renovation company brought us. They brought us like 3 samples, and then I was just like, yeah, just go with one of them. It was pretty much like a dark wood, a medium wood, and a light wood. I think it's like vinyl though. It's like a fake wood. So I will definitely film the before and after. So I'll record like a tour of it before, and then I will film a tour after. It's going to take about a month before we move in, probably 3 weeks for the renovation to be done. So I'll film before we move in, and then I can give a tour after we move in. And we will be taking 11 this weekend so she can smell the place and get to know it a little bit. And then during the move and the renovations, we're going to be sending her to the trainer, and she'll be doing another doggy homestay with him. And that'll be easier for the move as well, because we've been really busy with disposals, and we've hired a moving company. So we're going with I forgot what it's called. It has like that 1, 2, 3 art something. And this time we're not going all out. Last time we went all out, where they packed for us, moved us, and unpacked for us. This time we're just gonna have them move us. So they will be bringing us boxes and stuff, and I've already started packing, so that's why I've been really busy and not able to film. We're also removing a lot of the like fake little carpets that we have on the floor, and we're gonna be getting rid of some of the furniture. So we're gonna have a garbage disposal company come, because it's too complicated to just do it the traditional way, where you go buy a ticket and have someone come pick it up. So I think you can go buy like a ticket for big furniture disposal. You can go at the Kombini, but you have to like schedule it, and I think within a month or something, and we still don't know how much garbage we have. We have to remove the fake grass from the back, so that's going to be disposed of. We're going to remove an old couch, the first couch we bought, because Kudo has had his way with it, and we don't use it. It's just too tiny, and it's been destroyed. So we're going to dispose of that. And then we have a giant kitchen shelving thingy, and I don't know, a few more things. So we're just going to hire a garbage disposal company who can come pick it all up and take it away. So there's that. We've had to organize the utilities, because we're still living at our rental, and then we have to have the utilities connected at the new place as well, even though we're not living there, because of the renovation company. They need electricity, and she keeps kicking dirt back at me. I'm telling you, the little snowmans, oh my gosh, let me show you. It's so cute. It's a snowman, 11. I think 11's going to be gone for almost a month with the trainer, and we might take a little trip to Kamakura, because we're a lot closer to Kamakura now, and I believe we're a bit closer to where the Yokohama Green Expo 2027 is going to be happening. So that one I'm actually going to be quite excited to go check out once it's done. It's all over. Even since I moved here last year, it's been advertised everywhere, at the ward office, and it's on the train. There's ads for it everywhere, so it's kind of exciting. I'm not really sure what it's about, but it looks cool. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna cook dinner today. So one thing I've been doing lately, especially within the new year, is I've been cooking a lot more, and I think I'm getting a lot better. Us has been teaching me some tricks, and the only thing is that, like, I think my style of cooking, or the foods that I'm used to eating, are a little bit more expensive. The prices for groceries and stuff have gone up in Japan, and I tend to use a lot of things that aren't traditional. So like tomatoes, cilantro, avocado, that kind of thing for more like Latin style cooking, or even things that I want to make at home like fish and chips. But we're also starting to like, I think the first year we were so excited. I know Masa is Japanese, but he hasn't been in Japan or living in Japan for like 14 years. So we've been really excited the last year to just like try everything that's seasonal, all the snacks. And I think now we're trying to take it a little bit easier and maybe be a little bit more budget conscious because as things are getting expensive, and now with the house and everything, we want to make sure that we have savings. But today I will be making dinner since Masa is working in Tokyo. I waited a whole year to eat this. So I saw these last year during Valentine's season. We went back to where I'd seen this last year and they had them. They are quite expensive. I think this one was 2,700 yen. And then there was ones that were way more expensive. Cooking. Yamud is eating already.
Rice has a less taste to it.